Their products is stronger than ever, their balance sheets are stronger than ever, their customer bases have grown. So really, we're at the forefront of the market here. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. There is a hell of a lot of you in the room. This is a wonderful room, actually. Switzerland, I think, has been leading the market for many years now in digital assets. And although the headlines lately have probably been grabbing on the negative tone, look at the businesses that have been through past market cycles and look where they are today. Their products is stronger than ever, their balance sheets are stronger than ever, their customer bases have grown. So really, we're at the forefront of the market here. Hence, Fireblocks came to Switzerland about 1.5 years ago. Fireblocks, so first of all, I'm Richard Astle. I lead the Fireblocks business here together with my colleague Anna Santalan. Fireblocks is a software as a service company. So we basically serve about 1,300 institutional customers across the globe, and those customers actually have just about every single digital asset use case you can imagine. So trading services, Web3, payments, tokenization, they're involved in everything. And Fireblocks as a technology, they use us to be able to securely custody those assets themselves. They have a really simple way of being able to transfer those assets, and they also can use Fireblocks as well as part of the issuance process as well. So really, why did we approach the market this way? So about 4 years ago, the founding members of Fireblocks, they sort of toured the globe. They went to see every major actor in this space, and they say, what's the problem here? And in 2018, everyone thought it was a custody problem. In actual fact, that wasn't quite true. So people didn't have a custody problem. In fact, everyone had, or most people had, very secure wallets. They actually had a transfer problem. Interacting with the blockchain was one of the main issues industry leaders were facing at that time. So we really focused on that segment of the market in order to scale our business. And if you think of where the market has gone today, the different use cases that are out there that have merged on from that basis of custody, you have trading that's probably 20x the volume of what it was back then. You have borrow lending services, you've got derivatives, you've got Web3, payments, payments and tokenization, of course. So really the challenge for not just incumbent players, but those who are now entering the market were not how do you get into digital assets, how do you have a digital asset business? The actual challenge was how do you keep pace with the market that is going to constantly innovate? And that's really where Fireblocks came in as a company, and also the staff like myself, where we come from the strategic advice angle as well. So when we talk to businesses, we think about digital asset operations in sort of 4 key pillars. We think about simplicity, it's got to be easy. Scalability, you need to be able to automate. Security, lacking things like single points of failure. And governance, talking about policy and external attestations, things like SOC reports, pen testing, insurance. I'm not going to go through all 4 of them today. We'll focus on 2. And we start with simplicity. How many times do we hear, oh, this crypto stuff, it's so complicated? This actually often gets overlooked when people focus so much only on security. It has to be simple to use. When you think about the different actors in this space, they need a simple user interface that they work with, a really great user experience. You have to deploy this in hours. And then from a whitelisting perspective, you need to make sure that errors cannot happen because losses will be irrecoverable. Checking time, I better jump on. The next segment, scalability. How can you automate? Now that's about having a rich API set, an open API set, that customers can take the technology and integrate it into existing systems. Now they might be order management systems, portfolio management systems, front-to-back processes for core banking, automation of KYT, transaction monitoring. Things like that are really what you need to consider as the market scales. So when we look at existing companies that are already working, they're finding it quite challenging to transfer, or even make maybe like 20 transfers. So what if I could tell you could make $1 million a week without any headache? A lot of our customers are actually offering automated deposits and withdrawals from their customer base. And that's entirely down to the power of the technology that we use because we come from this heart of cybersecurity in particular as a business. I guess a final point before I wrap up, really also think about future-proofing businesses. Using a technology vendor is not just about your needs today, it's maybe thinking about what may come in future. Blockchain support, different products through the Web3 that are emerging, tokenization use cases. Really, if you want to lead the market, you need to be using a technology that's going to allow you to future-proof and scale. And there's a reason why our customer base have been able to transfer $3 trillion since we were inception a few years ago. Thank you very much.